Sweaty balls.
What a lie. Oh my God.
That was just a joke from the album. You heard the album.
Oh my Lord.
You hear the album?
Yeah. Oh my Lord. And you like you had.
I'm on that sauce this morning, y'all. So y'all have to forgive me.
No, this is crazy. Like clearly we just came on at 8:00. So we had
that ain't nobody business. Ain't nobody looking at the clock but you.
No, they looking at it too. and you had all this time to get it right.
I got it right.
And then you wait till the 8:00 when I say live, boop, to do it. But you're listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I am Qiana.
And I'm the one and only Mr. Edmund.
And we're brought to you by the New Image Project, better known as
See Dad.
Because we are redefining
what's cool.
Because smart
is the new gangster.
Baby.
And if you don't know,
now you know.
Yeah. We it's Freestyle Friday. I was a lot to freestyle about in such little time.
Ooh. You say so little time.
So little time, so much to freestyle.
So did you watch the DNC? Let's start right there.
I mean, I caught highlights.
Okay.
I watched a lot on Qiana page. You know, she been posting about it. So I seen a lot and Kanan posted a lot about it. You know, I got a couple associates that's delegates and that's a part in that machine. So
yeah. I saw Qiana page. I definitely watched her page and saw her pictures and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right. I mean honestly, because I'm listening to I'm watching Facebook, right? And I'm listening to the criticism. I'm listening to the praise.
When you say criticism, what you mean?
You know, because some people's like, oh, they're not talking about the policies. They're talking about strictly Donald Trump. Okay. And then I realized that people are listening to rebuttal.
But they came out with a little policy. They
came out with more. Listen,
They
did, and everybody kind of gave a little jewels of everything, right? It wasn't all or nothing, and that's why I'm like, dang, what are you like? Are we listening to the same thing? Because
they ain't off the mark. They got a point. They was very policy light for the majority part of these last 2 weeks.
First of all, you didn't even watch it for the first 2 days.
Oh no, I watched it. I told you it was in my peripheral. I used to have it on and stuff. I didn't just watch it.
Okay, so let me tell you. So I actually sat down and was watching it, and so I didn't just hear the sound bites.
Okay,
you know what I mean.
But I'm still saying they have room to say that it was policy like, because if you look at the whole presidential, ain't nobody really been talking about policy. So they have come out with some policy ideas. I think I like a couple of them.
They did.
I want to go through a couple of them.
Okay, go ahead.
One of them was the corporate price gouging.
Okay.
And they're getting a lot of pushback. The grocery stores are pushing back. Everybody's pushing back. And I, for one, I think I'm for this. Right.
Okay. Go
I'm
ahead.
for
Let's talk about it.
Price gouging because I think over the last 4 to 5 years, we have really been taken to town by these corporations.
Right.
And I think it's hard for any of these candidates to really say anything against these people because these are the donors. If you understand politics, the donors, the big boy donors are the big corporations, like the Publix, the Walmarts, the Elon Musk, these big dogs. They are the biggest donors. So I got a little list right here.
Okay, go ahead.
And in this list is the percentages that prices went up in the last 4 years since 2020.
Okay.
Gasoline went up 51%. Electricity went up 32%. Yeah. Airfares went up 23%. Groceries went up 22%. Rent went up 22%.
That's it.
Eggs went up 47%. Car insurance went up 54%, and K through 12 food went up 66%. So, and those are just the last 3 to 4 years. And the reason I wanted to highlight that because the prices are been going up. So that's why we know they're higher because they were already going up when this happened.
Right.
But this is just the last 36 months.
Okay.
So when you say gasoline, who's responsible for the gasoline prices going up 51%? Is it the president? Does the president, any president who's sitting in the office, Democrat or Republican, if the gas price goes up 51%, who is responsible for that and who gets those profits? I think the gasoline companies. I think
the gasoline companies get it too.
Okay, let's go to the next one.
Go ahead.
Electricity. If the electricity goes up 32%, who gets that profit?
The company.
Oh, okay. Let's say airfare. If the plant,
company.
Oh, okay. Groceries.
The company.
See, okay. The rent. Hold on. Eggs. If eggs go up, eggs in the grocery store too. So,
but I know what it is. I know who don't get the profit. The chicken.
we fund chicken rights around here. Car insurance. Who is responsible if our car insurance goes up? Is it the president?
No, it's the company. And what we live in. So we live in a country where capitalism is real and where the private sector is allowed to do whatever they want.
They're price gouging us. And what we're doing, because it's political season, we blame it on the politician that's in office.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? That's what Kamala and Joe Biden, and that's what they're fighting against right now. And people feel, well, when we had Trump, the prices were low. It's because the corporations raised the prices during COVID-19.
Did Reno say, lies, still eating chicken daily? Yes, we are, right? But I am kind of doing the meatless diet too. So
free the chickens, man.
Yeah, but listen,
free the birds.
I always say, like, for me, because we back on the chickens really quick, is that like the prices of the eggs is so expensive, but when they buy that chicken, they don't have to rebuy that chicken over and over
Watch
again.
This. Why is the eggs more expensive than the chicken?
They're gonna say, they're gonna say because they gotta feed them.
What they're saying is, they had supply chain delays. Mm-hmm. They had all these different instances that made the prices go up. But the reality is, once that pandemic was over, the prices never came down.
Right.
You know what I mean? And if you watch the stock market, if you ever just look at the stock market, they're hitting all-time highs.
Remember when
every week?
Did you remember when they had a wing shortage?
Chicken wings.
Chicken. So listen, it was so. I don't know chickens that don't come with wings, right?
Yes.
And so if you still have chicken, but you are a wing shortage, what happened to the rest of the chicken? How you ain't? But I digress on that. But yes, Reno, I am like every night. I almost cook almost every night, no meat in my dinner.
That's what's up. I mean, I've been hopefully doing the same, trying to do the same. That's why I try not to say try. Mm-hmm. All right. So in our next, we're gonna move on. We just said, we're talking about Kamala Harris. We're talking about the political process and the inflation.
And we were really talking about how people
blame politics,
and actually viewing this, right?
How the price is going high, and then you blame the president. But once you look at the list and you find out who's actually making that money, who's actually in control of the gasoline prices, the company, who's in control of the grocery prices, who controls the price of eggs. And what president can make that go down? I think they've been price gouging us for the last 10 years. And this is just the back end of it that's hurting us so bad. But I say the last 10, I used to go to the grocery store with $60, man, $70 and get all the stuff. If $300, now you got to spend $1,000 in the grocery store. $700. Like, for real.
I go grocery shopping.
Would you imagine spending $700 in the grocery store? Not food stamps. I'm talking about dollars.
I know. I wish I had food stamps. If anybody hear me out there, like the universe, if anything, I'm praying that somebody just drop a food stamp card in my name. In my mailbox.
The food stamp fairy.
Yes. I would love it.
Yes.
A food stamp fairy and a gas fairy.
Maybe that's why the price is so high, because people had used all the food stamps up and then
I think everything is high because we're in America and we put profit over people. And I'm okay.
I'm glad you said that. I thank you for that.
And
that's capitalism. That's what capitalism is.
And listen, I'm about getting yours, but you don't have to supersede. You know what I mean? If you're making a $500 profit, but then you can make a $1,500 profit, but it's on the backs of people who can't afford it, I don't agree with it.
Yeah.
And that's just me. You know what I mean? That's just me. And I mean, I know everybody don't agree because Hell, you see rent, people, apartments and places that was charging you $800 is now charging you $2,000 for the same apartment that they didn't do upgrades on and do anything else. Hello, caller. Introduce yourself.
Hi, what's going on, y'all, man? Miss Peanut in the building, man. Whatever you want to call me.
In the building, baby. How much the peanuts cost 5 years ago?
Ooh, they was costing $2 in corner stores, weren't they?
Okay.
They $10 now.
They that's funny. They still like, okay, like 5 years ago, they still was going to Sam's Club and paying like $5.69 for a 5 pound bag.
Yeah.
You touched a nerve though, Q, when you said they put people over profits.
Yeah.
I mean, they put profits over people.
Yeah.
You made me reflect back to a book called The Corporation. All right. So the corporation was banned in Europe like during the 16 or the 1700s, up to the 1800s. Why? Because the corporation, which is what we all say we have, right? LLCs. These were banned in Europe because they took precedent over people. The corporation deems it seeks to become as human as it can, so it can trump a human life. And so here at Stargaze Corporation, we give back to the community. And then you hear a corporation doing things that humans do. And this is a problem because you can see during COVID, when they started to burn down buildings and stuff, people started noticing that they were getting like in trouble. I mean, you're supposed to get in trouble when you vandalize things, true indeed. Yeah. But in the degree of over a human life, is what people were saying, but they're not knowing the movement. I mean, it was weird, y'all, for me to read that a corporation was banned. It's like, well, what's so bad about a corporation? And then you keep reading.
Yeah.
And then you see in our time, present time, how the same thing. And they go saying COVID movie, Prano, you see what I'm saying? Not knowing the past, so you relive it. If we knew corporations were banned, then we would reapproach capitalism, because that's the seed that allows a corporation to grow over our value. You feel like?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and so
I wanted to read this real quick.
Go ahead. Read it.
This is the Dow Jones posted its all-time high during intraday trading on May 6, 2024, reaching a peak of 40,000 points. The highest close occurred the day before the index closed at 39,000 points. So what I'm saying is this market is reaching all-time highs every other day. You understand what I'm saying? And how is the market reaching all-time highs? Because they're charging us all-time amounts of money. We've never paid this much money for this stuff. And I think we need to make a union, a customers union, consumers union, and stand up against the corporations who are overcharging us. Because I don't think our elected officials have the audacity. That's why I like when Kamala Harris and her vice president said they want to pursue this, because I
listed. I like that as well. I've seen some other stuff. Now, since it's Freestyle Friday, I'm kind of everywhere. Go ahead. I'm gonna say this is what you don't have to say who you're gonna vote for. You don't have to say who you're gonna support. Don't. Right? And sometimes we do.
But I usually don't.
But what I've seen is, instead of people standing on what they really want to do, they're finding reasons to bash Kamala and everything that she stands for.
I think she's receiving a lot of backlash. And I think it's ironic. You get what I mean? Because I think it's a lot of people who traditionally would support and stand behind the black woman.
Yes.
But they'll say, okay, well, she ain't a black woman, she Indian, or whatever they'll say. And in my mind, I'd be like, well, dang, ain't this ironic?
It is a lot of, because
ain't this kind of,
I was having a conversation with somebody. It's like, oh, now she wants to be black. I'm like, she went to HBCU before she was even, you know what I mean? So
that's what I said. I agree with you.
Like, I'm saying that, and then you want her to deny her Indian side of her family,
and we don't do that. We say we Indian
all the time. And this is what. So this is what.
Ain't this ironic?
Because we can't
just
please
check
her.
the channel.
No,
Just check the channel.
That's what I'm saying. We cannot please her. And then I see seen somebody was like,
This-
"Oh, the DNC is using music and entertainers."
Hey, that's what we do.
But if she came out with Garth Brooks,
I like
right?
Garth Brooks.
Y'all know I love country.
Okay.
No, y'all know. But if she came
Not the Beyonce country.
I love music.
You like Beyonce country music?
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes,
you
I
ain't
did.
played more than twice.
I did.
Okay.
There's some songs I like on there.
All right.
I like her and Post Malone song.
I like that
on
one.
there.
I like.
Right, her and Miley Cyrus song was pretty good on that.
Okay, but back to Kamala and her Indian and Black heritage.
So they have Black artists coming out there like entertaining the crowd, right? In between the speech and using Black music. And if she wouldn't have done that, it would have been like, oh, she don't support the Blacks. Look, she didn't even do this. Like, it's winning.
Hey, like Hurricane Chris did 50 Cent. He just here because the land cheap. hey. Okay, we got a comment. Aaron Green say she receiving backlash from what she done as a prosecutor in California.
Okay, so we talk about this. The prosecutor in California. So yes, she did send people. First of all, let's go back here. She didn't arrest the people.
She doesn't. The prosecutor only takes the case after they've been arrested.
They've been arrested. So if somebody was arrested wrongfully, we need to be mad at the police, right? Because those are the ones who originally did the investigation and did it. Now, once they put their evidence up, it's up to the prosecutor to take it and do it. Now, I have no problem, and y'all could be mad at me, I have no problem with her giving hard sentences to people who rape and murder people. Like, y'all keep on acting like these are petty crimes that she gave stiff sentences to.
Yeah.
These were bad people. Y'all keep on acting like that is not a good thing. Like, if somebody went and raped and murdered your child and something like that, you want them to get a slap on the wrist and say, hey, don't do that? Stop that with this. This is sound bites that people are feeding you.
And she kind of led in reform.
And not kind of, she did.
Well, I'm just saying.
Because I mean,
see, I got this information from Q. Q has informed me.
Right. And because I started doing my research, because I was with y'all.
You was with them?
Repeating sound bites that I heard as well. But then she went and reformed for people who are not violent offenders. And now this is the model across the United States.
I want to say this. We have to be careful to not be programmed in 30-second sound bites. And if you want to test and see if you've been programmed in 30-second sound bites, just recite your talking points. And then say, okay, where did I get this from? Did I see it on TV? Did somebody talking to me, or did I come up with it myself? Was it my information? Did I do the research? Ask yourself a couple questions, because a lot of times we're stuck into sound bites, and now it's just like a redundant repeat. So all right, so go back. Aaron Green, true, but if she knows they were innocent and still prosecuted them, is that right? No, that's absolutely not right. And that's the problem with the system.
That's the problem, because again, we forget that she still has a job, right? And
hey, don't you do that.
No, I'm finna say
no, she ain't, you don't got no job to wrongfully convict nobody.
Don't have nobody, but if you have evidence that shows you
I need a prosecutor to come on here. I need to talk to a prosecutor.
And you got a defense attorney. Right?
Thank you, Miss Debbie, for the stars. Y'all can stand stars. This is a star party. Come on. We got 30 minutes. This is a 30-minute star party. Come on, give us some stars.
Let's have this conversation. You have the prosecutor.
Yeah, the prosecutor.
Who's supposed to
prosecute.
And then you have the defense. Why are we not mad at the defense attorney who did not defend their... Because, see, we only... Like, I'm trying to...
You trying to give... all the leeway. Listen,
I'm not giving
you can't give all the leeway.
I'm not giving all the leeway.
Some responsibility is to be on the wrongful convictions.
Right, but
you gotta, and if she's for real, she's gonna have some ownership of it.
Right,
because it happens.
But what I'm saying is
that happened.
Your defense, when you hire a defense attorney,
did someone be corrupt? Someone don't be right. So,
so when do they take responsibility for not making sure? But the
system is the initiator,
right? And she didn't make. And let me say that she didn't make the system.
Hey, we got to call her on the phone. Call her. What's your name, man? Where you calling from? Where you calling from?
Hey, no. I could be King.
I thought you started laughing. Oh, hey.
king. Listen. I could be king. I could be the king for a second. Let me add to the conversation.
Yeah.
Because when we say things like all skin folk ain't your kin folk, right?
Right.
I subscribe to there being 1.7 to about 1.8 billion of us on the planet Earth. That means that those are not Jamaicans, and people have heard me say this for years. You know what I'm saying? Like, those aren't Jamaicans. Those aren't this. Those aren't that. We're all one people, right? And so the brain argument, oh, Kamala Harris isn't black. It's a weak argument to bring up the conversation to people who don't commit crimes. Oh, well, she sends black people because our values for each other ain't there intact all the way. We don't budge on that right there. So you bring forth Kamala Harris's own words, right? When Kamala Harris says that she would never do anything for black people by themselves, she's saying that she said that in the interview as a VP candidate. But what's sad to us is that she said this and she had been working on the Asian crime bill for a year prior to saying this on an interview. And then when she became VP and then took office, then she's proudly on stage saying that her two other senators brought the proclamation up to, we've been working on this for over a year. And now we have the Asian crime bill. This is what political pawns, this is the definition of a political pawn at that point, because people can move you around and not have you do anything for yourself. I like what Umar Johnson said, I believe a couple of days ago. You're voting through fear. You're not voting for things for you.
But let me say this, but because we can't have it both ways. Because on one hand, she's not black. And then on the other hand, she's not doing that for black people. So it's like, but all I'm saying, hold on. All I'm saying is there's a lot going on at one time. And then to really truly dissect it, first we got to take one at a time. Because if she's not black, how is she even held to do anything for black people?
But hold on,
right? On one hand, she's not black and it's questionable and this and that there. But then you take the other hand and say, oh, well, and she says she ain't doing nothing for black people because
you're not talking to me.
You can't have it both ways. She can't win.
No, but recognize how you're not talking to me, though, because those aren't my talking points. So now you're dealing with muscle memory, right? I'm chewing through those talking points. I said, you don't bring up her criminal record as a defense attorney because everybody ain't criminal. So you don't reach them that way. See, but then I said that I subscribe to there's like 1.7 to 1.8 billion of us on the planet Earth. Yes, someone called Jamaicans. So you don't bring that one to me. I'm using her words that she
Jamaican
said she'll never do
Indian.
I ain't, those are my talking points.
I'm just saying Jamaican and Indian. We claim both of them.
No, but hold on though. I understand that the country that we call India. I understand that the country that we call India got its name from a British company. But those are my talking points.
But they got their skin, skin color from an African. Hey man, we gotta go because we can't stay on this subject. We gotta go to this next subject.
I just want to finish it, and you interrupted me to talk about things that I wasn't even talking about.
It on the phone later.
No, I'm just this is what's on your mind Friday. I'm just calling in, but I just want to finish it, and when you interrupted it. Thank you, Q. Thank you so much, Q. No, but think about it though. When she's saying that she won't do anything for us, right? Then her running mate, Joe Biden, goes on the biggest platform, right, the Breakfast Club, and says, you ain't black if you don't vote for him, right? But she's using her own words to say, I won't do anything for black people only. And then took office and said that she was working on the Asian crime bill, that none of us can touch a Chinese person and call them a chink without getting a federal offense put on our heads right now. Now, the black woman just called the police, and she was murdered by the same police. So we have over 200, 300, 400 years of data. Our grandparents were treated so poorly, right? They had to piss in other bathrooms, right? And she's saying that she won't do anything for us, but gave gays and Asian people protection. You use her words. She was working on the Asian crime bill a year prior to saying how she won't do anything for us.
Hey,
all right.
That's what you call all
listen, man, appreciate you. I mean, hey.
So I'm gonna say this, right? I get where he's going at, but she didn't say that she wouldn't do anything for us. From your statement, she's just for black people, but for all people. And I do keep on hearing her. She's including everybody in the thing. Now I'm gonna go back and do a little bit more research on it. I am.
Okay,
and
I'm gonna
you
bring it back.
I'm gonna bring it back, and I'm gonna go back and research the whole speech about like I won't do I definitely won't, because I've heard Reno say this a few times. You know what I mean? So
I like that. I like that. We'll be back. We're gonna come back to you with this.
We'll come back with you. But I also say that, I mean, so like Aaron say, she is a politician as well, right? We all sometimes misspeak, and I'm not giving her a pass, but I'm saying we've all said stuff that we don't believe sometimes, right? But when you look at the person and the character who they is, then we really have to value that.
But in politics, you got this, or you can get with that.
Right.
You
Reno, send me, if you have the clip, send it to me.
Politics is up and down.
And then when
there's no lukewarm.
But when you talk about her giving stuff to gays is not a race. You know what I mean? Gays are Black, Asian, white. They're part of everybody. So when you look at anybody in the LGBTQ plus community, that could be anybody that looks like you,
not a race,
right? And it's not. So again, that was so when you
they need to get you on a campaign team, because you got bars.
No, but when you look at it,
you're right though. That is different.
And then and so I saw somebody, and I was really disappointed on this, and I'm gonna call this person afterwards and really have a deep conversation, and was just saying that Michelle Obama and Barack open up the floodgates for the demons to come in.
Who said that?
So listen,
the demons are what?
I'm assuming, and I want to go. I want to say it's about the LGBTQ plus community, right? Before Michelle and Obama or anybody did that, people been gay before the beginning of time.
I just want to say that's odd,
right? And then as church people, right? When I say this, we're supposed to come from love. And the hatred that comes from people, and this is what turns people off from Christianity. When you look at it, you say, accept you as you are, come in there. That don't mean you have to stay as you are, but I accept you as you are. And then you condemn somebody because
they stayed how they were.
No, because they came in the way you didn't want them to. You know what I mean? And so again, if God is about love, if it's love in a house, why is it wrong?
I think.
But I mean, you don't have to push just because I don't agree with a lifestyle, don't mean I don't respect your lifestyle. But you don't have to push that on me.
I think what the issue is, a lot of groups have made a lot of fast political advances and got a lot of different things done rather quickly. Mm-hmm. And when we look at it as Black citizens, we look at it.
Wait, can I say this? Because, girl, read your Bible. If you go to church, half of the choir directors is gay, and they're not kicking them out. Get off here. Go ahead.
So, like I was saying, we gotta really look at the people are looking at political advancements and comparing, and we comparing struggles, right?
Right.
We comparing pain. And I think that's where we kind of get lost in the sauce, right? Because this group has made this political advancement and did this and got this, and we ain't got nothing. And that's kind of where we stay. We stay in that corner saying, oh, we see they got that, we ain't get nothing. And we don't go and make those necessary steps to get some political advance.
So let's also, I don't even know why I'm entertaining this. But he say, no, I do not hate Christians. I go to church. I was raised from Pleasant Grove Missionary Baptist Church. But what I do not like is that we preach love and then we spew hate. I don't like that. I don't stand for that. And if that means I mean, at the point that I look at somebody else and say, because this is where you decide who you decide to sleep with, you're a bad person. I don't agree with that.
Wow. Remember Puerto Rico and Trump officials blocked hurricane aid? No, I didn't know that, Miss Debbie. I didn't know that. So, okay. We gonna,
I do remember that.
We finna segue.
But no, because this
like
is
the scooter.
But they talking about this. So then so this is the thing is, so back to it, and we can get off it. We're so busy talking about Kamala saying, hey, that she want to do everything for everybody, that we're not even looking at how bad the other policies are.
From the other side?
On the other side.
I mean, you can't.
And you know, and so
that's why I say you got to pick one. You got to get with this or get with that.
And instead of them just saying, "Hey, I'm standing with Trump," and that's your right, they're gonna go and shoot and try to defame somebody else's character. So we can go ahead and go on.
So okay, thank you. Because I mean, Elmo, man, everybody, let's move on. So in other news, there was a update in the recent controversy around the bonuses for the city of St. Pete.
Okay, before we go in, let me say this. I never subscribe to all at all, ever. But when we're talking, we're having a good conversation. But go ahead.
I mean,
I don't even understand. I don't even know how I got pulled down the rabbit hole.
I do.
I shouldn't, because people just want attention. Okay, let's go.
So Bay News 9 released a story. St. Pete City Administrator addresses rescinded bonuses. St. Petersburg City Administrator Rob Gertis told City Council members Thursday that current city policies and procedures are inadequate for $250,000 in bonuses recently awarded 17 employees for the historic gas plant redevelopment. The mayor rescinded those bonuses earlier this week, citing unintended responses. Yes, because it was a big.
So I want to say this: who approved these? Because now I see the HR department, the head of HR has said he's suspended. Right? He takes full responsibility. Sir, who gave you the authorization? Because you didn't just say, "Hey, it sounds good today to give somebody $250,000" without somebody approving it to you.
Hold on. Gertis said we always want to learn from our mistakes. We did make a mistake in this case by not ensuring that our policies were aligned. Gertis said during the council's committee of the whole meeting. Gertis also said many of our employees gave very much of their lives to that work, and our mayor and I felt the amount of work that was done, the amount of time that was spent. That is the case, really, and thank you card was not enough, Gertis said.
So Gertis is saying that he decided on his own. No, just saying. So I'm just he said many of our employees gave very much of their lives to that work. And the mayor and I felt the amount of work that was done, the amount of time that was spent, that in this case, really, a thank you card was not enough. So the mayor approved the $250,000.
Hey, I'm still reading the article because
I'm just trying to really figure this out.
So if they approved it, why somebody got suspended?
Right. If you talked about it and your boss said, "Hey, give your bosses raises, bonuses."
So this is heavy here.
Go ahead.
So council member Lisette Hanowitz mentioned statute 215 dealing with extra compensation. In it reads, no extra compensation shall be made to any officer, agent, employee, or contractor after the service have been rendered or completed.
So the city can't get bonuses?
No extra compensation shall be made to any officer, agent, employee, or contractor after the service has been rendered or the contract made.
But didn't they get the bonuses before?
Listen, man.
Before? Did they get the bonuses before?
Hey, this is the craziest.
Okay. So he was suspended because he didn't check with the lawyer to make sure it was legal. And it wasn't.
Yes. While the city of St. Petersburg normally has to approve expenditures more than $100,000, a member of the city's legal team said that didn't apply to bonuses because the individual payments were more smaller amounts. Oh, so they can give bonuses. You can give a $10 million worth of bonuses as long as everybody want to get 10,000, 20,000.
As long as it's not over 100,000. So you got to get approval for one big lump sum.
But I can give a whole bunch of little ones. But
I can give a whole bunch of little ones. Okay. I Go ahead.
This is a heavy article. I'm going to put the article for the Bay News 9. Councilwoman Gina Driscoll says there were folks out there that weren't reading very closely and thought those of us who voted yes, got something too, said Driscoll. I have to deal with that. I didn't get a dime. Wow. Listen, when it
people
first
upset.
Listen, when it first came out, I said that list unfairly put targets on the backs of those employees. That was my first thing.
So wait, can I say this real quick?
Ahead.
If y'all know me, I am Petty Betty to the fullest of my soul, a soul. When I was brought to this world, I think God gave me an extra bit of pettiness, right? And every New Year's, all my life, I say, I'm not going to be petty. And at 12:01, the pettiness reappeared. But I'm working on myself.
Wow.
I am working on myself.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. Councilmember Ed Montanari says, I'm still troubled by it. I wish it didn't happen. I have so much respect for the people who work for the city, and I understand that the administration was trying to do, but this was not a good idea. That's what I said.
I said I agree with you. It was not a good idea.
Man, listen, man. So just to not be redundant, this is a whole issue about the bonuses for the gas plant district, where 17 city employees got $150,000. The news story came out last Friday. Mm-hmm. The money was given 2 weeks before
3 weeks.
3 weeks before the county commission vote, and Monday the mayor sent out a letter saying
and they were sending it.
Get the money back. Let me get that.
Take that.
So yeah, it is very interesting that this I call it the gas plant gate. What I called it? Something.
Oh yeah.
Gas plant bonus gate or something I called it, and that's what I think it is. I think it's a sinkhole, so just don't get caught in it.
Yeah, don't. I mean,
it's a sinkhole. Don't get caught in it.
It is. I mean, I think there's more to come from it. You know what I mean? I think this is the beginning of something else.
Okay, and I see the part where the employees say mistake bonuses. It was a mistake. St. Pete employees violated the law. So I guess what they're saying is, and y'all help me if I'm wrong. I know we got a lot of people. The bonuses were illegal. You can't give the bonuses because there's law that says you can't give the bonuses. So the employee taking the responsibility for giving the bonuses got suspended. And so that's the end of it. That's how it ends. I don't know where does it go from here.
We'll see.
Tampa Bay Times, I'm trying to read, is the paywall.
So, I mean, and to be honest, we're asking questions. We're just like any other citizen. Like when we're looking at it, when stuff comes out, we're not privy to like a lot of the stuff. Right. I'm not. And so when we're looking at it, sometimes like it was Freestyle Friday, stuff come right on our desk. We have no problem with saying, hey, we don't know all of it. I just said today, I'm going to research some stuff. Right.
Oh, you did.
I did. Like, and then when I'm asking questions, that's not assuming anything. I'm just asking a question just like anybody else. And just like if I'm not knowledgeable about something, I say, call in if you are.
I don't like to be questioned either, though.
I'm okay with being questioned.
I ain't.
So, and with this conversation with the bonuses and stuff like this, these are all questions everybody is asking. So we're going through it just like everybody else is. I do not say that I'm a professional in investigation. I never came out here and said that. You know what I mean?
No, we don't have no private investigators.
Right. And so let me just say that.
We read newspaper articles and get the information. You know, we got some... You know what I'm saying? But
I think I'm knowledgeable about a lot of stuff, but when I'm not, I say it.
We definitely make an attempt to not, say some stuff we don't know.
They do. So yeah, there we go. And if you don't like it, I mean, honestly, like as much as I love our listeners and our viewers, if Tampa Bay Breakfast Club ain't the tea for you, then don't look at it. If you don't like my head wrap, then don't go on Facebook and look at it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's really easy not to come in. But go ahead.
If this is not the tea for you, don't drink it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in other news, the DNC, we talked about the DNC. What else is we gonna talk about?
It's on the Ask Qiana.
Ask Qiana. We got 10
like
minutes.
10 minutes.
This is the best Ask Qiana I've seen forever. Ask Qiana is brought to you by One Community Grocery Co-op. The One Community Grocery Co-op. You can find out more at ocgc.org.
Go ahead.
My wife recently went to high school reunion in her hometown, and ever since she got back, she's been acting funny. When I try to talk to her about it, she tells me
this week has been off the chain. Go ahead.
When I try to talk to her about it, she tells me I'm tripping and tries to make me feel like I'm making things up, but I'm not. I notice she's become distant, gets annoyed by things that used to make her laugh, and she's been more protective of her phone. I've always been secure in our relationship, but something about this feels different. Am I tripping? Do you think something is really going on, or should I ignore my gut, give her the benefit of the doubt, and move on?
I got distracted. I'm not even gonna lie. Go ahead.
I've noticed she's become distant and gets annoyed by the things that used to make her laugh, and she's been more protective of her phone. I've always been secure in our relationship, but something about this feels different. Am I tripping? Do you think something is really going on, or should I just ignore my gut and give her the benefit of the doubt and move on?
If you feel something, you need to have a conversation with her. Communication is key. I do believe that people are creatures of habit, and when something changed in their life, that when they stop doing what they typically do, something has changed in their life. I don't subscribe to all, but this typically is the case. So if you are not feeling secure in your relationship, the first person that need to know is your wife.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? If you feel like there's something, like these are conversations that need to be had. Like if you say, hey, you always let me see your phone, and then all of a sudden I see now you uptight. Is it a conversation that we need to have? You know what I mean? Is there something that I need to tighten up on that I'm doing that make you feel insecure?
So that I just want to be honest. That's not an easy conversation. Now, you just say it. You saying it like it's not that easy. That's all I got to say.
It ain't that easy.
Okay.
It is not that easy.
It's
and
not.
Yes, people do lie, right? But you can't say you didn't have the conversation.
Men lie, women lie. Numbers don't lie.
But you need to you have to start with the conversation.
Yes.
You definitely need to start with the conversation. And I always say the conversation that you avoid the most is the conversation that's the most important. The one that you try to avoid, that you try not to have, is typically the most important conversation. And this is about the stability of your relationship.
Okay, let me ask you this then. So how do you have an uncomfortable conversation? Walk in the house, hey baby, let me get your phone. I don't know. How do you have
I mean, so it's different for everybody else, right? I always say that like uncomfortable conversations that was had in our house, like when something upset us or something, I had a jar. We wrote it down, throwed it in there.
Yeah, I remember you said that. Yeah.
And then when everybody is at a good pace where we're nice,
we address the jar.
Then we address the jar, and it's the non-judgment zone, right? You're living a lifetime with somebody. And so to think that there's not gonna be things that happen that don't need to be addressed, then I don't know where you're at in your marriage. You know what I mean? Because honestly, there is something, and maybe flip it on this. Maybe it's not nothing. It's her and her girlfriends talking, and you always trip about it. So at this point, she just don't want you to see it. You know what I mean? Like I can't tell you why she's doing it, but it could be something that you're doing.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like you might have didn't like the trip, and then you tripping about all her old friends and all that other stuff. And she may be in a group chat that she just don't want you to see. You know, I mean, and then on the flip side, she could be cheating. You know,
I was gonna say because I like how you just made a whole bunch of excuses for this lady that you don't even know.
But no, I'm doing both sides of the pancake.
You was really.
I started.
You said, "What if you something you
and
did?"
Then what? But originally, I said, "Hey, you need to have the conversation."
That's
right?
the first thing.
All right, and then I also said, people are creatures of habit, and when they change,
I knew you was gonna say that.
Right. So, and she could be cheating.
Watch your back, dog.
Don't listen to your single homeboy.
Hey, you gotta watch your back,
you know,
dog.
but yeah, you really just need to have the conversation, though.
You really need to have a conversation. That's a great way to end the show. This has been Freestyle Friday, and you got to have the conversation. This has been a very good show. I don't know how y'all felt about it, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thoroughly.
I did too. I did too.
Y'all can catch a playback of this on the Mo Show Live, man. That's streaming live on the Mo Show Live. You're listening to 99 Gems Care Festival Radio, new morning show, Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. And yes, we are getting ready to pack it up. We landing the plane.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, Lord. All right. So, yeah. Listen. Be the change you want to be a C. Work on yourself, right? Like, really. Like, I mean, honestly, like, what did they say? Never mind.
Work on yourself.
Work on yourself before you sold at somebody else. Work on yourself, because I know we all have stuff that we can work on, right?
Hey, that's what you told. What you told ask Qiana, dude, man. Work on yourself.
No, I'm just saying, really.
Worry about you, dog.
Worry about you, right? Like really, like that's how I feel. Like worry about you, because honestly, I don't. When I ask for people opinion or ask for people help, I'm straightforward with it, right? I have a crew of people that actually give me great advice, right? But I'm going to tell you, some of y'all, I would never ask for a cup of water. So for your opinion, it means nothing, right? So I'm going to say that be the change you want to be, right? Be the change you want to be and see. And that's what I'm working on today, right? And also stay tuned for Sister Hughes.
Lose your shoes and shot all around the house.
Right. And amen to that. This has been the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club.
Hold on. We got 4 more minutes. You trying to run out the door. You done left the stove on. You finna burn the house down. Don't you worry about it, because I got the fire extinguisher right here.
I thought we was really at the last thing.
Listen, we almost there. And I just want to say this, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Hey, Reno.
Thank y'all for being a part of the show. I just don't know what we'll do without this amazing audience. This is amazing. This is amazing team.
To be honest, I like our audience.
I do. Listen,
but I was, because I really I'm looking at here. I really said I thought it was like 8:58, but I'm looking at it. It's not.
We got enough time to go over everything again.
Yeah, we really do. But one thing I personally try not to do is, you know what I mean?
What?
Attack people. You know what I mean? But I don't feel that I'm a bully. You know what I mean? But I won't be bullied.
Okay.
And if y'all listen to the show,
Tupac say, I ain't a killer, but don't push
me. Right. Like, if y'all listen to the show, when my nieces and nephews get bullied, I give them the ammo to come back to the bullies, right? That's who I am at all given calls. Like, I'm a protector, and not only would I protect the people I love and this community that I love, and this is why I speak so passionately about the stuff. Y'all think I'm not going to protect myself?
Watch your back, Jack.
You know what I mean? And one thing I can say is that when I walk on these streets of St. Pete or drive in my car, and I say that, or drive in my car, I never have to watch my back or feel like I'm threatened. Ever.
I don't think nobody should.
Right.
People shouldn't feel that way. You shouldn't feel threatened in our community.
Right.
This is our community. We here together, whether we like it or not. So
right. And so I walk freely with my head up and drive freely with my head up, right? And so, yeah. Don't tell me to stop it.
Who said that?
Reno.
Thank you. Co-host, former co-host of the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club.
Maybe we need to have
Miss Peanut. Yeah, we need to
come in on a day and sit in like
you should have came in this morning.
Right.
Yeah, you should have came in this morning.
But no, I mean, love everybody. All jokes aside,
Yes.
like love everybody.
Yes.
Have your opinions,
Yes.
but I'm gonna tell you, don't try to hit below the belt on some other stuff. Like I'm dead. You almost made me cuss on here. Like, but yeah. So be the change you want to be. Sister Hughes is coming up. This has been the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I am Qiana,
and I'm the one and only Mr. Edmund.
and we are definitely out.